What? You're bothering me. You've gone and put yourself on my bad side. I think it would be in your best interest to leave this dwarf alone. A commendable attempt at reconciliation, but I just don't think I can get over my grievances with you. You are quite determined. Oh, all right. I can't help but forgive your obvious character flaws. Who might you be to ask a dwarf his name? Bloody ignorant outlander, I'd say. As if a dwarf would give his name.
Excuse me. You don't need to take such treatment from this dwarf. Bloody annoying little runt, if you ask me. I mean, look at him. Putting on airs like he's some sort of native dwarf. I'd be surprised if he's ever even been out of the city in his entire life. You can always smell a city dwarf a mile away. He's probably got a manicure. His beard looks a bit scraggly too. Probably out past his bedtime.
I was saying that it was bloody rude of you to be asking me, a dwarf, for his name. It's not something to be thrown out and away like the day's rubbish. I suppose you're none to blame, stranger. Perhaps I am a little quick-tempered myself. Please forgive my harsh words. You may call me Magnus. Well, dwarves are an ancient race, and our traditions run deep. A dwarf's true name, his family name, is a sacred thing, a thing of mystery and power. Magnus is my common name. If I knew you well, I'd also tell you my family name. But Magnus will do for now. Dwarven names are symbolic, a reflection of our history, who we are. A dwarf who gives just anyone his name has no respect for that history. It's nice to meet an outlander who tries to understand our ways. Well met, my friend. Now, how can I help you? What is it that you need to know? Yes, I do. And I curse the day I ran across the devils who own it. Ungodly bunch they are. I can only guess what goes on behind those doors. That building is the headquarters for the infamous P. Schuyler and Sons. What can I divulge, you ask? Where would you like me to begin? P. Schuyler and Sons is the oldest business in Tarrant, a trader in jewelry and the occasional rare or sought-after trinket or bauble. Their business reputation is untarnished, second to none. Strange. Strange doesn't begin to describe what they are. Do you know that no one has seen the supposed owner, Polonius Schuyler, or his sons in more than 15 years? And even then, the gentleman who saw them, a trader in gems from Ireland, died a week later from what they could only describe as consumption. Have you heard about the Eyeless Five? 8 years ago, there were 5 ruby pendants sold at auction through P. Schuyler and Sons. All the ladies who wore them were murdered, their eyes plucked from their heads. Why do madmen do anything? They're bloody madmen, that's why! If you're not going to use the sense you were born with, then I'll not continue. Suffice it to say that P. Schuyler and Sons is an extremely unusual company. And I'm not the only one to think so. Who knows what atrocities are committed within these walls? People swear they hear strange noises within the building when the sun sets. Clanking of chains, moanings, muffled screams. Do you see the symbol carved above their name? The bird with the snake's head. Do you know what it is? The Derianka, the ancient order of the dead. I might ask you the same, my friend. You seem awfully curious about P. Schuyler and Sons. What brings you here? Interesting. I, too, am investigating one of their products. I saw it for sale in a pawn shop down the merchant's quarter, and it had their imprint. Would you like to see it? Don't you see? There, a cross. And there, a sunburst. All of these are old dwarven characters, symbols in a lost language. These are landmarks in my people's history, milestones for the dwarven age. Do you see these dwarven gauntlets I wear? They were given to me by my grandfather, who in turn received them from his. Do you see the symbol carved on them? It's the same as the symbol carved on the bracelet. These gauntlets are the only link I possess to my ancestors, my clan, lost to my family since before any of us can remember. That, my friends, is the point of this whole story. I've tried on multiple occasions to speak with the Skylers concerning this bracelet and where they got it, but I've been stonewalled by their employees from the very beginning. They're hiding something. I know it. The sources behind their inventory, the reasons for their exclusiveness, who knows? But I do know that I'm gonna find out where they got this bracelet, regardless of what is necessary to do so. Perhaps. I do see some potential in you, my friend, and you seem trustworthy. Done. Let us proceed and throw some light on this mystery.
Igar, world's smartest orc. You have got question? I know much things. Gar tell all. Politics, mathematics, tea. Karat, foremost representative democracy in Arcanum. Chairman Willowsby try align Tarrant with Caledon, cause him much trouble. Councilman Braith call for him to step down. Us invade Caledon. He no like Caledon because it monarchy. Main question be, can democracy join with monarchy and not destabilize? Cumbria Kingdom dying. Refuse all technology, lose all provinces. Gar think King Praetor stupid. Other places side Caledon or Tarant, few try be alone. I know much thing, Gar not genius. Gar smarter than other orcs, not smarter than Professor of Mathematics. I know 25 times 40 equals 1,000. No other orc tell you that. But you so superior to Gar. You have human blood. You smart. Gar only smart compared to other pure orc, not half orc. I know much thing. Yes, Gar like tea. Gar civilized. Gar say Earl Grey best. Made from blend of black teas and oil from the bergamot plant. Excellent, Gar say. Oh, come now, that is rubbish. Green tea is for the foreign constitution, not for consumption by those with discerning... Gar no like green tea. Gar not idiot. Gar smart. Listen here, madam. Have you ever conversed with a purebred orc? You'll not be in for a scintillating conversation, of that I can assure you. Of course, but people will not accept a cultured orc. The very idea is preposterous. They would begin saying I was an half-orc, or even deduce my truth. What I meant to say was, it is more effective showmanship for me to appear every bit the orc and to say brilliant things. Garfield Thelonious Remington III, of pure human stock at your service. I am not orc at all. Well, one can assume that somewhere in my lineage there exists orc blood simply from looking at me. But my direct antecedents, my parents and grandparents, were fully human. Imagine their shock when I was born. I am certain you are familiar with the scorn heaped upon those such as yourself, being of partial orcish blood. Imagine what it must be like for me in this life, being treated as a full-blooded orc. Though this may seem demeaning, it is better than being spit on in the streets, or being no more than a slave in a factory. I am a bit of an indentured servant of Mr. Parnell's. He paid my parents a good sum of coin to have me come work for him. Nonsense. I sold myself to Mr. Parnell over their objections. They were treated with scorn and derision because of me. My father lost his employment, reputation, and his social standing. But even then, they would do nothing but love me as their son. The coin I received from Mr. Parnell has given them a comfortable life and rescued them from the poverty I caused. I will most likely stay here for the remainder of my existence. I have nothing else to do with my life. It's not so bad, actually. The only dreadful aspect of this existence is the sheer boredom. You cannot imagine the idiocy of the common folk I must contend with on a daily basis. While that sounds intriguing, I am indentured to Mr. Parnell for years to come, as I have said. It would cost quite a bit of coin to free me from my obligations. Of course, I would find it invigorating to travel Arcanum, I believe. Greetings, madam. I'm ready to follow you, madam.